Monday to Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. on Radio 2000.
Tell you what, he's had an illustrious career. Multi-talented, award-winning pianist, composer, musical director, and producer. It's Radio 2000, our music, your memories. It is Luyanda Madope. And of course, we're playing Sipogazi. This one is called Ekaya. He produced this. We played you Sipogazi as well. Let's welcome a very good friend of mine and just a genius extraordinaire. Ladies and gentlemen, Luyanda Madope. Luyanda, how are you?
Yo, I'm blessed.
You're blessed?
I'm happy. I'm a baby.
You're a baby?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Baby.
I'm flowing.
Hopefully not a baby born in a taxi.
No.
Oh, Sisno's Bonello, ne? Man, what a career it's been.
Yeah.
You're gonna just give us, I guess, reference to growing up at Gqeberha Fundini.
Yes, sir.
And what you went through there.
Yes, sir.
Because there was a lot you exposed to in as far as music is concerned.
Yes, sir.
Pianos.
Yes,
within the household, which was very rare, right?
Eish.
But pie it down, ne?
No, ndintwana kwazakhele besuthwini Port Elizabeth kasi like ekhaya kuthiwa kusebesuthwini apho ngizalelwe khona kwa-6972
Kwa-6972.
nakwa-7643 izindlu zasekhaya they are 8 houses apart.
Right.
Xa utata wam nomamam ebedolanga lapha esitrantweni.
Yeah.
So I walk to my grandmothers, both my grandmothers, Mamqwathi noNofundile. So ndingulomntana ke ukhule ethandwa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always say this. Mna ndikhule ndithandwa, so ndiqavile. And that has been the thing.
Qavile?
I'm very okay at home. Xa ndihleli nabantu abandazi abandithandayo ndikhululeka.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm that child who's free. But when I don't know people, I can.
Yeah.
Also, that side of me of observing is I have it also.
Oh, when you don't know people, you become a bit of an introvert.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah. You don't know Lonwabo, but you are not an introvert.
It's a name.
It's in the name.
It's in the name.
Legama.
Ulonwabo nihleli icango lonwabo.
Wonwabile.
Oh Lord. Yeah. So yeah, ndingulomntana man. Mnisi umculo endlini, it's something that it's been there, you know, but I never paid attention to music. But it so happened that I was hearing it, you know, I was
it was all around you,
you know.
Right, you couldn't help it.
So yeah, but my uncle Taloza was like the DJ of my street. He would play. Even in my hood, they even know when Taloza play the music, no one plays.
Right.
The whole street,
Yeah.
they know, you know. And he was a professional boxer.
Wow.
Yeah. So when he's doing his sparring, you know,
Yeah.
he's playing the music.
It's the music,
It's the
right?
music, you know.
Right.
And then the church music, because Mamqwathi wambe postile. And then my family, all my families, there's, you know, in the African homes where there's a split of faith.
Right.
So I'm that child who's exposed to all.
The other
those.
split was ZCC.
Oh yes, my great grandfather.
Yes.
He was a minister of ZCC.
Indeed.
Yeah, Wilson Madope. The whole of Eastern Cape to Western Cape.
Ibamba up.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break. We'll come back.
Yeah.
Man, it's going to be interesting. Multi-talented, award-winning pianist, composer, music director, and as well as producer, Luyanda Madope.
The Drive Connection, Monday to Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. on Radio 2000.
We're back like we never left. You're still explaining that church dynamic, and you say you know there was a split within the family on the faith.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So ukula, you know, uvingoma like umpoho, you know, and then others amapostile, and then ngabe Church of Christ. So the whole sound also where I come from, between, you know, because it's one of very, how can I put it, diverse
and progressive
location, because kunabe Sotho ba kunamabhaca kunabezulu, you know.
Okay, so it's a mix.
It's very mixed. It's very mixed where I grew up, you know. But some of my friends, they can't even speak Sotho, you know. They still shock me. I always say, guys,
when we are the Sotho from
oh,
no, I think you're better than Lonwabo.
No, listen, like tons better. Trust me. Ibile na aki tlokala liqala goboa because.
Listen,
But I'm not bad, right?
Listen, Listen, the accent is there, mate.
The accent is there.
Yeah.
And so through all of that, wamanu khabula for nini?
Hey, yazi Mnisi wemvula ile wendighabule njani? Because I'm a footballer, you know. I used to play football. I played Champions Little League.
Oh yeah.
So when we play football, you know, siyacula ihlombe yabona for ususa ingwatyo.
Yes.
Yabona abantu xa besoyika igame.
Yes.
Siyacula yabona. So I would sing, you know, some of Nkohla Digo at one point says, "Hey, mfundi ufuna ukujoina ichoir lapha when uyakwazi nocula yabona."
Yes.
And also my aunts, you know, Odabawo no Makazi from both families, I would hear them sing, you know. You know, maybe I was just holding the corner, like, you know, when I don't know something,
Yes.
I pull back and check what's happening. Maybe I was harmonizing.
Wise
inside.
thing to do, because sometimes you just need to sit back.
Oh, yes.
Qalasela.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ma uskipani la. Ubani ucula grand up and ndiyabazi even with my family I know the ones who are not that hip.
Yes.
Vocally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and then I'm from that my you know, now that I'm here, I'm thinking my Ikaslam super talented. Like now thinking about it, because I remember some composers that like Abo MC. I used to see MC walking the street, and this guy was like always conducting and is a composer.
Wow.
I used to see guys. There's a group male voice called P Viola Abo December. So I would watch these guys. P Viola like early 2000.
Right.
They went to Germany they came number 2, like one of the male singers. You know,
This was in the early 90s, I presume.
early 90s to
Mid.
Yeah, 90s. Yeah.
And you ended up, you know, in a group as well, right?
Oh, yes.
So you put together a group. Or a friend of yours alerted you, "Ba man, yekipola, be part of this."
Akachongo bamandeki ball.
Yeah.
It's more like I'm funding chongo. And you know, when you're a teenager, you know, you know, you see some exciting things as you grow, you know, like other gender, you know. So as a young man, I was like, now I'm joining the group, you know.
Yes.
But I would go to church like with Mam Kwati because I was always next to Mam Kwati. My practicing as a postil.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and I'm a postil like very musical. That's a thing.
But nama Methodist fundi.
Hayi kaloku Eastern Cape ininzi kaloku lanto. Eastern Cape sidada kuyo le way into yomculo yabona.
Yes.
Yeah, isefutheni.
Isefutheni.
Bubutyebe. I pray that Eastern Cape wake up to this. Because it's high time, you know. We always say Eastern Cape. They really need to know. Hey, ninmamele. Po empuma koloni Vukani.
You can get in touch with them 0605842250 on the voice note number or 0860002479. Multi-talented Luyanda Madope. Enter the piano, which is at the center of what you do now. Production work. You base it off this instrument that you fell in love with,
yes, sir.
Right?
Yeah.
And you saw it, I think, first just outside of Ikasi Yako.
No,
it was perched somewhere, I think. Where was it?
No, the first time I saw the piano. Okay, there were bands. There were bands in my hood called Info. You know, they would play. You know, with keyboards and stuff. Kodwa mama.
No, but ndithetha nge-upright.
Hayi upright ndiyibona emendweni kamama. It says
it down.
No, it's Nobathan.
Oh, okay.
It says hayi abelungu banifumana late him. Ndingumntana okhuliswa abantu abamnyama kakhulu.
I love that.
Abelungu banifumana late.
So ifumana emendweni kamama.
Jonga.
Yeah.
So when I go and visit my mom, you know, because benifunda emathodlana is says.
Yeah.
And then I would some Fridays, you know, I go and visit my mom. So where they were renting that house then, because before she moved to Motherwell. Hi,
Yes.
Sis Bond. Yeah. Before she moves to Motherwell, she used to stay at Says. So xa ndifika apha ndivizithela umakhulu apha I mean umamam.
Yes.
Kunento apha phambi kwam man. Hey. Ngathi kissed, yabo. Ngathi kissed. So ndimane ndibuza ba I call my mom Boyeya. Boyeya yintoni le? Athi hayi piano ndimane ndijonga lento, yabo.
Wow.
But as I grew in music, singing as a vocalist,
Yes.
I realized that I hear things I can't articulate harmonically.
Yes.
I can't express enough.
Right.
And I used to tell my friends, Obo Melumzi Jack, Obo Loiso Pala, Abo
Ndibane noLoyisa apha kuFoya
Abo,
today. I haven't
yes.
seen him in years.
Ovukile Xoli. I used to say, hey guys, ndifuna le way man, ndifuna ufunda le way le piano. yabo." So that's the thing about the piano, but because I was around very talented people like Ovukile Xoli, Abo Konono, so I would check them. When we are singing, I'm always with the keyboard player.
Yes.
Even when I'm at school, at Loiso High School, sometimes when the skip in class,
You used to bunk.
Yeah, sort of.
You used to be a bunk.
I've done that.
Bunk
I've done
school,
that.
yeah.
Funny though, after my matric, I failed my matric. Ne?
Yes.
So I went to this school called Etembenuka Kota Tutuzi. And there was also an upright piano there.
Yeah.
There was also upright piano. So,
Yeah.
I've been following it, And then after that, after Etemben, I decided that, anyway, I've decided to go and study music in Sehlatini. Then Sehlatini, I'm going to go and study music. Once Sehlatini, after this, I'm going to study music. Even that song, a piano, my mom bought me a keyboard.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
He'll
Yeah.
continue telling
Yeah.
his story, and we're going to get into an unplugged session on the other side of 5 o'clock. It is, of course, Luyanda Madope on Radio 2000 Our Music, Your Memories. Fascinating tale he's telling. Here's Roseanne with the latest.
Top stories: Home Affairs to open on Saturdays and Zimbabwe introduces a new currency. Good afternoon, I'm Roseanne Grief. We begin with election news. The Department of Home Affairs has announced that their offices will be open for 5 hours from 8 a.m. on Saturdays. This will start from the 6th of April to the 25th of May for collecting IDs, handling new applications and issuing temporary identity documents. This comes as preparations gather pace ahead of the May 29th general elections. The department spokesperson Sia Nkohla explains.
In this period, the offices will open for 7 Saturdays, with only the 27 April 2024 excluded. Mobile offices are also scheduled to return to deliver IDs in the remote areas where they took applications from. Local offices, working with stakeholders that include councillors, will communicate the dates, times and venues of those visits.
The EFF's Floyd Shivambu says the party will continue throwing its weight behind ousted AIC Mayor Sivuyile Ngodwana to lead the city of Ekurhuleni. Ngodwana was removed as Ekurhuleni Mayor last month in a motion of no confidence sponsored by Action SA. Shivambu has described the removal as misguided excitement from opposition parties.
So we are still firm as the EFF that when we reconstitute council, let's put the mayor back in office and then constitute the mayoral committee, because there truly was no crisis in the city of Ekurhuleni. There were just some misguided excitement that came from certain sections, which I think will have to be contained so that we constitute a stable government.
Zimbabwe has with immediate effect introduced a new gold-backed currency called ZiG, which stands for Zimbabwe Gold. The central bank governor says the currency will be structured and set at a market-determined exchange rate. This is the latest attempt to try to stabilize the currency. It replaces the Zimbabwean dollar that has lost 3/4 of its value this year so far. Zimbabweans have 21 days from today to exchange old inflation-hit notes for the new currency. Civil society organization Media Monitoring Africa has expressed concern that the SABC bill has yet to be approved by Parliament, especially relating to the public broadcasters' funding model. MMA and the SOS Support Public Broadcasting Coalition have called for the withdrawal of the bill, citing its failure to address a crucial aspect to help the SABC become financially stable. Yesterday, the Communications and Digital Technologies Department revealed that the passing of the bill will not happen under the 6th the administration, as Parliament will not have gotten to it before the upcoming national elections. Media Monitoring Africa Directors William Bird.
SABC is being asked to operate as though it was 20 years ago. And now what you've got is the SABC being expected to function in an increasingly digital environment, to use an advertising model that is simply not working anymore because the environment has changed so dramatically. In fact, what we as MMA and SOS found is that the bill does exactly nothing for that. What it does is it repeats and recreates the same financial model. The bill overall is appalling.
Recapping the top story at 5 o'clock, the Department of Home Affairs has announced that their offices will be open for 5 hours from 8 a.m. on Saturdays. This will start from the 6th of April to the 25th of May for collecting IDs, handling new applications and issuing temporary identity documents. More news at 5:30.
Radio 2000 Sports.
Good afternoon. In your final sport headlines, ahead of the decisive second leg CAF Champions League quarterfinals tie against Young Africans at Loftus Stadium tonight, we'll hear from coach Rulani Mokoena. Also, there's a disgruntled coach, fave of this show. Jose Riviero has a plea for journalists.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's got something to say to journalists. And in rugby, Snyman is pleased with the Blitzbokkers' performance in Hong Kong. Details and more in our final updates for the week at 5:13.
Radio 2000. Our music, your memories.
Still in conversation with the producer, award-winning pianist.
Yes, sir.
Usebenze no Asanda Bam, no Sipokazi, Dibalandoni na. But, before we go there, then enters FUBA, which was an institution
Yes, sir.
that groomed a lot of the musicians
Yes,
that we hear. But you used to walk around the corridors and there was Moses Mulelekwa practicing.
Yes, sir.
I think this was in your first or second year.
First
It must have been first year.
First year,
It must have been just a whole new world for you. Wow.
Yeah, FUBA School of Music.
Yeah.
FUBA School of Music. And I'm with someone here for that matter, but I'll introduce
Oh, the outie.
FUBA School of Music. When I tell people that when I came to study music,
Yeah.
me, I feel busy. There's so much at FUBA, because at FUBA, when I walk to enter the building, you see Daiwa, he's got an office. Tema Mkhize has got a studio
there.
upstairs. There's drama department, Napo. There's fine arts. There's that.
Napo Mashian.
Yes,
Yes.
the one and only.
Yes.
So it's now memories. So I was blessed to see all the greats of South African music. Like Fana Zulu came looking for me at school and took me out for lunch, because Lawrence Machiza said, hey, you need to get this kid. We need to give this kid music where Dondo, he must rest this music. Later, Lawrence Machiza, on the songs of Spokazi,
You ended up working with him, right?
I was working with, it's Lawrence who produced Spokazi, but me, I was writing and arranging and doing stuff with him. Of which it was a school for me, because after that, even with Lawrence, even the productions I've done after that, the first person who would call me, he's like, hey, baby, you've got this thing, hey?
Lawrence.
But Lawrence Machiza, may his soul rest in peace.
Indeed.
Is a Gqeberha king, So I've Silaelo Silota.
Yeah.
Silaelo Silota walked in the room. I'm practicing piano. He opens the door, and then he says, I'm going to work with you. Few months after that, the first gig I did with Silaelo Silota, he took me as Odumo. We're miming there with Mamu Dechi. Oh yeah, Mama. And then my mother saw me on TV, like, oh, you're playing nice, boy. Did you know? Siamaima. What is miming? Walk the eyes, begay me, nebengatayas. But you are
Yeah, we are miming it.
And then I was, it was education, because I was teaching her,
Yeah.
Judith Sipuma was teaching that school. Later I write music, I produce.
You produced Judith Sipuma.
Who else? Jeff Mapai. Jeff Mapai, the Professor Jeff Mapai.
Professor.
Oh, Professor Jeff Mapai.
To us, yeah.
Yes, sir. Dr. Silo Khalane. The school told him about me. My late friend Moses Kumalo, because saxophonist. I was chosen to go to London 2000 for some students. We're doing Celebrate South Africa.
Okay.
Me and Moses and Tabane, the percussion player.
Tabang
Tabane.
Yeah.
Tabang Tabane was part of that crew. Oh man, who else?
What a journey.
It's a journey.
Yeah, what a journey. We want to hear the music. I think this gives opportunity for you to introduce this gentleman that's on the percussion there, right?
Or should I go to him now already? Okay.
Yeah, introduce him.
Okay, the song that we're going to play is a song that it's not yet recorded. I'm working on it with someone, but I'm not going to mention that person until you hear when we're done with that song. The song is called After All, We Are Here.
After all, we are here.
We are here.
Because
like Mr. Machiza is no longer with us. COVID, there's a lot of people who've passed away. Geniuses that South Africa has never been able to hear.
Yes.
Their greatness to, the full capacity and So when I was going to Malume McCoy show, so he asked me to be there. Yes.
Which is another one you've produced for as well.
Yes. So he called me for this gig to be a MC who's a performer, So I was emceeing on my piano. So this is the song I'm going to do. But with me, I've got Pushu Libis.
Hey, Pushu. I haven't seen this man in 20-something years. Ooh.
I have with me Pushu Libis.
Yeah.
Pushu Libis is one of the students of South African music. Every time when I don't know something, he's the person I go to.
Yeah.
And Pushu Libis, who was the lecturer at my school.
Yeah.
Because he studied at UCT, and then he came at Fuba. He was teaching drums there. He was a drum of Taiwan Mleleka. When Taiwan Mleleka came out,
indeed,
he's the guy who was playing drums.
When I walked out, you didn't say you're coming with him. I froze.
Yeah. He's a drummer who played with Pudringo.
Yes,
Pudringo Mazingos. He was traveling with Abo Lawrence Machiza, Oputuli Masoka. PE people. Abo put Philpot. So he's my Grootman.
There you go.
I always have him around, I say Grootman, Masambe, So, but he's got his set also now. He's got his gigs that are happening this Sunday.
Wonderful. That's
so
wonderful.
I said, let's go and feed the nation.
This one you call After All.
Yes, sir.
We are here.
Yes, sir.
Luyanda Madope, Radio 2000. Unplugged. Luyanda Madope, Radio 2000, our music, your memories.
Yes, sir.
Uyayikhumbula le?
Oh, wow.
Asanda
Oh, my
Bam.
goodness.
Georgia for me. Yeah. Yeah, we'll take you. Aslal now. Oh man, what a gem of a jam. 32,000 our music, your memories. If you'd like to get in touch with the gentleman, 0605842250 or 0860002479. Songs you've composed and or produced.
Yes, sir.
Do you remember the list? Because my gosh, it's far and wide.
Oh, you know, when we were preparing for this and the questions and,
Yes.
and stuff, you know, I always say sometimes when I meet people, sometimes it's like when I talk, I'm bragging.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
And you're not the one to brag, right?
you know,
Yeah, I know.
but I can't stop counting.
Yeah.
I can't stop the blessings, you know, because these people that I've produced, you know, I need to say this. These people have produced, they come to me and say, Luyanda, I want to work with you. I don't know what I want to do.
Yes. I want to work with you. That's
Yeah.
all I know.
Luyanda, I've got this idea. Luyanda, I would love to work with you. Others like the Dumza Maswanas, like will do it.
Oh, you produced Molo for Dumza Maswana,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
People will
Epic
follow-
album for the
You know,
for the man. Yeah.
They'll follow the stuff I do, and you know, and then, like now, I've been doing this since I moved to Joburg. I even have children. You know, some of this music I've composed. My children were young. I didn't have like this song. I didn't have. Oh no, I had kids with this one. But the songs of those podcasts, like Brahmakoi music.
Right.
The music I've written for Brahmakoi and running in Abandwan. You know?
Okay, ezo xa i-royalties ziza wabona uba hayi, okay, I'm making kids now.
Listen. Okay. I'm gonna say something very, very interesting.
Go on, speak your mind.
I normally tell my children, I said, girls, I know we are together. You are with me all the time.
Yeah.
I always say to them, you know, sometimes the money you eat, the things that you get sometimes is money that I've worked before I've dreamt of you guys as my children.
Right.
It's a blessing, you know. It could get better, you know, in terms of these musicians getting paid, doing
Yes.
this stuff, you know. There's other politics that, you know, we face. But I'm grateful for okokuncinci, you know, because ndingumntana okhuliswe ngokubulela, yabona.
Yeah.
Okokuncinci ndikufumanayo ndiyabulela kakhulu. Kodwa zikhona ezinye izinto ezenzekayo in our industry where you don't get to eat your honey,
Right.
you know, because of certain things. But hey, I can't cry much.
Yes.
So the artists that I've produced, you know, is people like Asanda,
Yes.
amazing singer. You know, kunomntana pa uthiwa nguTiti Luzip. When she was still in high school, she will inbox me.
She's related to the Balas, isn't she?
I was cool, bonke, you know. Yeah.
Khulele Cawan, yeah.
So she will inbox me on Facebook, the early days of Facebook.
Yeah.
You know, but hey, she calls me. She used to call me. "Oh, ungathi ngunyana ka George Duke wena xa udlala ipiano." Qomba umna utheni uqave kangaka. You know. So Titi Luzipos and the Dumza Maswanas, the Putmakoys. Putmakoy is my musical father. He looked after me. Putmakoy met me in Durban. I was supposed to go and study in.
You were doing a competition there of some sort, right?
It's more like an audition,
An audition,
to
right.
study outside the country. I was supposed to go and study in Denmark, Copenhagen, you know, but I didn't go because Tlale Machene, you know. He was the guy. They took Tlale Machene.
He won.
Yeah.
Tlale won, the percussionist,
You
yeah.
see, my competition was tough. That's why he's not here on percussion on this gig. Yamvala. Yamvala.
Oh, yeah, Valutlan.
Speaking of Tlale Machene, everything I've produced,
Yes.
Tlale Machene is playing percussions on it.
Indeed.
You know, he's been my big brother, you know, all the
Indeed.
time.
Indeed. Someone's on the line. It could be Sabata. Yeah. Sabata. Afternoon.
Kwaza kunjani?
Siyaphila. Nangu Luyanda fondini. Yo.
Homeboy.
Yes, sir.
Unjani awuthe salam mntu ebesithwini.
Hey nazo ke khuluma nazo hayi ke ndiphilile mamhlekazi man esalamntu kusala umuntu madoda esalamntu.
Esalamntu iphunga.
Ngo ndim lowo.
Ngo.
Three houses from kwaChitipunga sekhaya apha.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
Lord.
No, I'm touched by your interview.
Yes sir.
You know what I want to say to Kwadla no Gampu apho ne?
Mhm. No Lonwabo Fondi, no Lonwabo.
Yes, Lons, man.
How
I just want to say, guys, I'm good, and you?
I'm well, thank you.
Yes. What I want to say, Ulon interview upon it.
Yes.
I have attended all his shows. Every time when he comes to PE, he doesn't take this Tadecha for granted. He plays his heart out.
Always, right? Yeah, I know.
He played not so long ago, no Nduduzo Makatini, APE Opera.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Rotman Yamman. Fly high. Fly that flag high.
Nkosi xeko ndizokwenza njalo xeko.
Khube sabata. Yeah, Nkosi. Elandelayo.
Okay, we're going to do something interesting.
Yeah.
You know, because there's topic we are the vessels. You know, with what we do. And as an arranger, because you know, for me, I write music, but there's songs also that they speak to me, and sometimes I'm like the relevance of time, where I'm like, oh, I have an arrangement of this song, you know, and I'm like, I'm coming to Radio 2000, you know, and there's so many things that are happening, but you will hear what I'm gonna do. You will hear. Let me go for it.
David Seleka saying, "Gahle gahle." Luyanda is a mild version of Quincy Jones. What an accolade.
I take that all the time because Gonan Sesutwin, I was listening to Quincy's work.
Yeah.
He's one of the people I study. I study Quincy Jones. I spend time even with his philosophies and his thoughts, you know, how he thinks, you know, I spend time, you know, and I was blessed to be around Lawrence Machiza and about the late Tato Victor Antoni, you know. I'm always around these people, you know, so I've been absorbing from all the greats.
From all the greats that you could.
Yeah, so when you see, if you see me, Quincy in me, I take it.
He takes it indeed.
Let's go.
How's that lingo, mama? Yo.
Mhlaba wakithi bo usemi ndawonye akukho mehluko kulelizwe qhawula makhamandela mhlaba wakithi bo usemi ndawonye akukho mehluko kulelizwe bakhona abanye bathi abasibona sesikhululekile bathi na I don't know the lyrics sometimes, but hey, not yet uhuru, not yet uhuru, not yet uhuru, not yet uhuru. Not yet uhuru, 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 not yet uhuru. I think if sizothetha nabantu bakuthi masithethe nabantu bakuthi yabo. Sithetha ngomculo. Yabona? Abantu bakuthi baphile yabo.
Baphile ne?
Yeah, sithetha ngomculo because amagama lamagama lathethwayo na abacula abantu, you know, and then it's possible if we sing together that things will, you know, this is a beautiful country, you know, it's a beautiful country, it's so much talent. I travel the world, everybody talks about South Africa, you know. I'm sorry to stop in the middle.
It's okay.
People talk about South Africa, you know, and it's like abantu bakuthi, especially abantu abaphezulu ngathi abasiboni basenza ntoni. And then izizwe ziyafika. Abantu ngoku basathathwa ngeenqana kuthathwa ingqondo zethu. This I had a conversation with someone about this. You know, akusathathwa abantu ngokuthiwa isliver bangene kwenqana wena ukuthiwe kuthathwa ingqondo yaseAfrica iyobekwa somewhere. And then ibuyiselwe ukuthi say expensive. Kodwa ithathwa pa kuthi. You understand? So dinalondo ndivuke nalondo namhlanje
it's bitter and there's no sweet in it, you know. It's just bitter. Mamela umakhulu unodaswephi ibizani lena?
Oh, what Yazi Mnisi he's got a first hand information.
Yeah.
So unodaswephi ngumamqwathu udikela unoni.
Yeah.
Umama ozala umamam. So
uyibiza ntoni ipiano?
Ipiano uthi wathi kama mqwathu.
Uwati. And then you compose the song.
Oh, yes.
Lumandi.
Uwathi kama mqwathu. Uwathi kanodaswephi wathi kama mqwathu. Lumandi.
More or less. Phumelele is on the line. Phumelele.
Mnisi, how are you?
Very well, and you?
Very well. A beautiful interview with Luyanda.
Thank you.
Do you know that when you announced that you're going to have an interview with Luyanda, I called him to say that I'm going to be listening. We grew up together with Luyanda.
Wonderful.
And when he was mentioning some of the people that he grew up with, that he used to play with, Luyanda, you mentioned my brother, Ukonono.
Oh.
Did you know that my Ukonono is my brother? We were in the same class with Jack, your contemporaries.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And I've been following your career from Apa Ekaya, a marvelous career in such a way that I cannot feel Uguti. Our province, and especially our city, Ikadeka, is not well represented artistically. We have Mnisi Ukuti.
Yeah.
I love this interview that you're doing with Luyanda, because there are many more like Luyanda.
Yeah.
And another thing that maybe Luyanda doesn't say much is the church environment.
No, he talked about it earlier, indeed. He talked about it.
Yeah. So maybe I should say, oh, by the way, Luyanda, do you know who I'm sitting with as I'm making this call?
Oh my goodness, the genius.
Hey, brother to Nomfusi.
The genius. You know Nomfusi?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, he's sitting right next to me, but he's very shy to say a word or two. No, let's call Luyanda in 2000 to say a thing or two.
Listen, Phumelele, we're going to have to say goodbye. We're heading up to headlines, but thank you so much.
Just an appreciation call. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Luyanda.
Thank you, sir.
Great.
All right, there you go.
Oh.
Ngaphandle kwencitha xesha mandilamkele kwarhadela komthi mkhulu ondlebe entle zombini obhungane omashwabatha ozulu njengobanani nizibonele iwilimfu zivulela ke ikhaba labafana intsebenziswano kwakunye noomama exabeni
sayibamba apho city headlines sabuya.
Wow.
In the headlines, South Africans, especially people in KwaZulu-Natal, are being urged to exercise careful eye care to reduce the spread of pink eye. The Department of Home Affairs has announced that their offices will be open for 5 hours from 8 a.m. on Saturday starting tomorrow. And Mpumalanga Health MEC Sizekani Manzini has condemned the disruption of services at the Temba Hospital in Kabokweni in Mpumalanga. The hospital has not been operating for 4 days. More news at 6.
Radio 2000 Sports.
Good afternoon. In your final update, Mamelodi Sundowns play in a decisive second leg CAF Champions League quarter-final tie against Young Africans at Loftus-Versfeld tonight at 8 o'clock. On facing Young Africans for the second time in a week, Rulani Mokoena says he expects the encounter to really put his charges to the test. The two sides played to a goalless draw in Tanzania last weekend, and the hosts were tough to break down, and Mokoena believes his counterpart Miguel Gamondi isn't likely to change his approach for the second leg.
We're looking forward to what will be a very interesting game. I did say to you guys that Young are a very good side. You can see with the results and their performances in the domestic competitions, and also, of course, in the CAF competitions. Last season they were in the Confederations Cup final. This season they've qualified from what was a very difficult group with some very experienced teams.
So catch this clash live on SABC3 tonight at 8 o'clock. It's also live on SABC Plus and SABCSport.com. After that, it's Al Ahly against Simba SC, live on SABC Plus and SABCSport.com. Just by the way, this match will be the very first production SABC Sport will incorporate the video assistant referee in the presentation match. So we're keen to see how this one pans out. Orlando Pirates head coach Jose Riviero has a desperate plea to journalists imploring them to continue to highlight the plight of poor officiating in the PSL. Following the Buccaneers' 1-1 draw against Moroka Swallows in the DStv Premiership, where they had a goal disallowed after defender Nkosinathi Sibisi was sent off for offensive language, Riviero was fuming. Nice guy.
Our obligation, like I said already 1 week ago, the referees are not camping with us, they are not training with us during the week. We have our energy must be in for them play football, for me to help them to play good football. And then luckily we have the journalists to analyze, to find conclusions, to maybe put some light.
A host of fixtures to look forward to in the DStv Premiership tomorrow. Richards Bay versus Swallows, Kaizer Chiefs, and strength to the team as they have to play under the circumstances of having lost a player. They travel to Chippa United. Kick-off at 3 o'clock. Stellenbosch versus Kukune at 5. Orlando Pirates host Golden Arrows at 5:30. At 8 o'clock, the last game of the evening, SuperSport United entertain TS Galaxy. On Sunday, Cape Town City versus Amazulu, and Royal AM will play Polokwane City. On to cricket now. CSA has announced a 14-player squad that will feature for the Proteas women in the upcoming 3-match ICC Women's Championship One-Day International Series against Sri Lanka from the 9th to the 17th of April in East London, Kimberley and Potchefstroom. The squad sees one change from the recently concluded T20 series against Sri Lanka. Western Province all-rounder Delmi Taka has been added to the squad, while Anri Dickerson from Garden Route Badgers will not be part of the 50-over encounters. In a notable inclusion, 16-year-old wicket-keeper batter Karabo Meso from the Lions earned her maiden ODI call-up for South Africa, making her international debut in the second T20 international against Sri Lanka. And finally, Philip Sneeman is pleased to see the Blitzbokke secure place in the Hong Kong Sevens quarterfinals. However, he wants a strong finish to the pool stages against Samoa on Saturday. The Springbok Sevens rebounded from a poor North American leg by going unbeaten on day one of the Hong Kong tournament with convincing pool victories over Ireland, Spain, all but securing them a spot in the quarterfinals tomorrow.
No, I'm very happy with the result. We said, first of all, we want to go out and start strong against Ireland. They're a very quality team. They show they wanted to on the rankings, and the guys really came out firing, especially that first half. In the second half, we lost a little bit of control with 1 or 2 errors and a red card.
Good luck to Masandawana this evening. Let's all watch them and see them progress to the semi-finals of the CAF Champions League. And with that said, have a fantastic sporting weekend.
The Drive Connection, Monday to Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. on Radio 2000.
As we wrap it up, Radio 2000, our music, your memories. Yeah, this he put together of the album of Dumza Maswa.
Yes, sir.
Ubizo, this one is called.
Ndaqubula konke ndangena endleleni ndacela itike konke ndakhwela itileni kusho ekhaya lam ndale fulathela
Ay, masihamba foni, masihamba. Uwati.
Hayi siyahamba siyakuya.
Yeah, please.
Siyavala ngoku siyavala.
Yeah, siyavala.
Okay, hayi uqukumbela because uqumbela is ubalekile ndithi ndiyabulela Msemvula. Ndiyabulela that nivule umzi wenu. Nandamkela ngothando. Ndibulela kakhulu. Ndibulela kuButposho. Ndihamba naye up, you know, and
what a solid guy, man.
Yeah, because it's very important that I mention him because, like I said before, he always share wisdom. He always share knowledge. You know, he's a guy. He doesn't speak a lot. He always. But once you sit with him, especially South African music, because he's done stuff with Nabo Lebo Matosa. You know,
he's an encyclopedia.
You know,
right?
he's the guy. You know, so I'm grateful that he's here. Also, he's got his show this Sunday. You know. With his band, Mandela Century.
Okay.
You know.
That's in Houghton, yeah?
Yes. So he's there. One last thing, Miss, that I want to say.
Ted.
There's people who are in Nigeria. I'm a member of a band called Afro4.
I heard about that collaboration.
Yes, I am supposed to be in Nigeria now. I'm supposed to go to Germany. Yeah, I'm going to Germany. I'm waiting for my visa. I'm going to Germany for Jazz Ahead. Exhibition is like all the promoters of the world, they met in Germany, in Bremen. So I'm here today. I'm grateful that I'm here today because, you know, ukukhanya or indlela
livumile igama lakho Luyanda. Yayivalona.
And so what we're gonna do now because you are one of important people, Mnisi. I must talk to you now straight. I don't know what I'm gonna do now, but I'm gonna play music.
Okay.
Because it's a tribute to you. And I want to thank Nala, you know, for giving me that call and say, hey,
come through.
Would love to have you here. And then I said to her, you are taking me to my Grootman. And, you know, when your sis calls you and say, hey, you know, Gampu, you know, my family, comedians of South Africa, they love me. I spend time with comedians, you know.
Oh, man, Toshan.
You know, Lendwana Asenjul, Egotin, Egotin, yeah, Gotin Dobe, Gotin. Yeah.
Dallas, mama. Oh, the man do that. Like I know. Das web. Icho. It.
igubu kaloku singabantu ngamaxesha kufuneka sikhala igubu nje abantu khala igubu
injalo.
And what we are doing here, this is a tribute to our Bapedi people. When I came to Johannesburg to study music, Bapedi people embraced me. Judith Sipuma, Jeff Mapaya, Selailo Silota, Poshoko Khalane, Dr. Silo Khalane. So I asked him to play this pattern for you and for me and for everybody because Bapedi people, they've embraced me. I used to go to Limpopo all the time. So this pattern, it's not even the pattern that the song Mamkwati is at, but I thought, for me, for Bapedi people, I'm really Gyaleboha.
A tribute.
Gyaleboha.
Yeah.
So this is called the Spades.
It's in the lyric, Yale.
Aye, this one Oakland.
Huh?
This one Oakland.
I did. Coming through a mix, our good brother Carla, Positive K. Tonight is at Cafe Spetino, Karankua. Saturday, Cafe Spetino, Karankua. Sunday, Macau, Grill House. Say, Val.
Ndicula njengotamkhulu wami yolahente ngoku umzongozi hit dinento zam zine wo
Bye, Luyanda. Simki.
Oh. Yeah.
We give thanks.
It deserves it. It deserves it, Mnisi. You know, if I'm gonna play songs and play recorded sounds, you know, I must inspire you, man. Thank you. We'll do the show. The radio. People must hear something that they've never heard before.
Yes, please.
You know, thank you for giving me freedom too. Now I'm buff.